Hey, it's nearly Easter. Do you know what day it is today? Look. Maltesers. Next Sunday is Easter Sunday, but today is Palm Sunday. Now, Easter is usually about chocolate and bunnies and yet another holiday from school, isn't it? But Easter in our Christian faith is remembering a very important day over 2,000 years ago in a faraway land, which happens to be about 2,000 miles away. But for me, Easter is all about Jesus. Did you know that Jesus is, for me, God himself, who came down to earth in a human form? Did you also know that we don't know what Jesus' second or family name is? Some people think his name is Jesus Christ. But in fact, the Christ bit is one title of him, not his name. He is Jesus the Christ, or Messiah, as some people say, and both those words mean anointed one or chosen one. So we celebrate Easter as a holiday in spring and have lots of chocolate, lots of eggs. Think about bunny rabbits and daffodils and spring. So what's that got to do with Jesus? Not a lot really, but I still love chocolate. Let me tell you about what happened in that place long ago. By the way, we can be really sure that it did happen because lots of people wrote it down in the story. The stories about Jesus, what we call the Gospels. Because he did some very special things. He was famous. Jesus, as we remember, was born in Bethlehem. We know that from the Christmas story, the Nativity. Now, Bethlehem is in Israel. He later lived in a town called Nazareth, but moved all around Israel, especially around a big lake called Galilee. And then he went to the biggest city in the land, and that was called Jerusalem. By this time, Jesus was getting really famous because he was doing incredible things. He was healing people. He was raising the dead and feeding people with just a tiny amount of food. Not just people, but thousands of people. Isn't that fantastic? As I said, I like food. So he went up to Jerusalem at this special time of year for the Jews. It was a festival called Passover, a time of celebration for the Jews when they remember being freed from slavery by the Egyptians many years before Jesus came. It was a massive festival and everyone took time off work or school, and many people went to the city, Jerusalem, where the temple was, to have their parties and celebrate together. As he approached the city, many of the people saw him coming and started to recognize him as a possible leader, a new leader, or even a king, somebody really special. And they did a special thing, which was to wave palm branches and then lay them down for Jesus to walk on. It was an honour for him.
Captain Andy, what are you doing here?
Hello, Harry. I'm waiting for Jesus to come by.
Who is Jesus?
You don't know who Jesus is? They say he's going to be our king. He is the Son of God, and he will free us from the Romans.
Wow, that would be great. He must be a big and powerful man.
Get a palm branch and you can wave it at him when he comes. He's coming to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover.
I can't see anything. I can't see Jesus. But I can hear shouting. What are they shouting, Captain Andy?
Listen, they're shouting, Hosanna! Blessed is the King of Israel that comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna means save us, Harry.
I can see him. I can see him. He's riding on a donkey. Captain Andy, why is he riding on a donkey? Don't kings usually ride on a horse? Look, here he comes. Here he comes.
Jesus is usually so kind and happy, but today he looks so sad. Hail to our King, Jesus! Jesus!
there he goes. Bye, Jesus. Bye, Jesus. Captain Andy, why does he look so sad?
Yes, he does look sad. Perhaps he knows something we don't.
When do you think Jesus will be crowned king? And why doesn't he have soldiers to protect him? All kings have soldiers. Oh, look, there are some soldiers over there with the chief priests. Are they Jesus' soldiers?
No, Harry, they're not with Jesus.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Bye, Jesus. Bye. Bye, Jesus.
So that is why today is called Palm Sunday. And it's just the week before Easter Sunday. Next Sunday. Some of the religious leaders in Jerusalem saw those events of Jesus drawing a big crowd, and they got frightened because they thought they were going to get gazumped. They thought they were going to get overtaken, that Jesus would be more important than them. And that was really difficult. So they were angry and began to plan to kill Jesus. So after Jesus was hailed as a king, he was arrested, tried, and killed by those same religious leaders. And we know that Jesus was found guilty of a crime that he did not commit, and his sentence was that he would die a horrible death, being nailed to a cross. And that's called crucifixion. And that is why Christians use the sign of a cross in lots of our churches. And that bad trial, that kangaroo court, that some people call it, happened on the Friday before Easter. Now, strangely enough, that Friday is often called Good Friday. Now, why would you call it Good Friday? Well, I'll talk about that on another occasion. But the story doesn't end there. Those nasty leaders did not know who Jesus really was. Remember, I said at the beginning that Jesus is God himself. God is not to be messed with. No one can kill God. So, although they buried Jesus' body in a cave or a tomb, on the third day, on a Sunday, Easter Sunday, he rose from the dead and can be seen by his followers and even by hundreds of others. You see, Jesus was alive. He is alive. Hooray!